I'm going to be showing you how to make a fake cut, like so. I've already done two. I did one right here, just, playing around, and I did one right there. And earlier my friend did one like on my hand, but, just so this is clarified, I did not figure this out myself. I actually got it from a friend. She showed me, a picture of her makeup that she did one day, just playing around, and she told me how she did it, and she showed me how to do it, and I was like, oh my god, that's so cool. And so now I am going to show you how she showed me to do it, except I am adding a little bit of a twist to it. So what you will need is you will need a smudger and lip stain. It really doesn't matter what brand it is, just like any kind of lip stain, as long as it's not like a bright purple. I'm using a like a tealish pink. You can use red too, that works. And then you will need red lipstick, which again, it doesn't matter what kind it is, but it should have kind of a point to it, like a flat edge to it, so you can kind of draw a straight line and it's not really thick. And then lastly, you will need eyeshadow. It doesn't matter, it doesn't have to be a huge palette like this, just as long as you have like a kind of, you can either use orange or you can use like a red. I'm going to be using this right here, but if you didn't have that color, then you could use, let's see here, like something like maybe like that one, like this right there, or you could use this. But I'll show you how to do it with those three if I have time. So let's begin. I suppose I'll do one on my face, because why not ruin my face? So what you're going to do is you're just going, I need a mirror. Oh, there's one right there. Sweet! Isn't that convenient? Come on. Okay, whatever. So I'm just going to be using the mirror on here. It doesn't, like I said, it doesn't really matter what kind of mirror it is. So you're just going to draw like a straight line wherever you want the cut to be. It doesn't have to be straight too, by the way. It can be curved, but I'm going to do kind of a semi-straight line. You're just going to draw a line like that, and then you're going to take your smudger and you're going to just dab it little, like, lightly. Not enough to smudge it, just dab it enough to where it kind of fades out and gets a little bit thicker. And do that until you have like a nice thick line. And if you want to, you can kind of bring it out to an edge at the bottom. And I'm just getting rid of all the excess. And if you get rid of it and it smears out, that just will add to the effect and make it look better. So don't worry about if it smudges up, but if it smudges out like that, then you can just kind of rub it in and kind of blend it. So I'm just going to keep dabbing until it's almost faded away. And so it looks like so. And now we're going to take our lip stain and we're just going to dab in it, just in the middle, so that we get like a dark line. And this isn't exactly a pink, it's more of like a purple, like a berry purple. And it doesn't come out too dark. You don't want the lip stain to come in like super dark. You want it to come in just enough to where you can see it, but it's not like bam there. And you're just gonna dab that with your finger, and it should start looking a little bit like a cut. And it's not done yet. I know it looks really shitty, but I'm going to bring this more to a point. And if there's red around it, it's okay because it's going to be red around it anyways. And, oh, I almost forgot. You will also need a black eyeshadow. Like so. It doesn't matter what brand it is again. I don't think the brands really matter just as long as it's there and it works. That's how I see it. And you'll be using the smudger for pretty much all of this except for when you use your finger, which obviously I don't know why I said that. But anyways, now we're going to take the red. I'm going to take a red, and I'm just gonna like get my finger like so, and then I'm going to just dab on and pat it on there. And then just rub it like so in kind of circles. And then if you wanted to, you could go around with like a light pink. Like, I don't really have a light pink. The lightest I have is this one right here. So I'm just going to take that and I'm going to take my smudger and I'm just going to get my tip with some shadow on there like so. And I'm just going to go around the edges of my cut. And so that way it gives it kind of that realistic effect. And I'm just going to go around the top. If you wanted to, you could go all the way around. I'm just going to go over the top one more time. And just kind of brush it in there. Now I'm just getting this excess off of there. Now we are going to take the black. Take your smudge or use the tip of it, or really anything that has a point. You're just going to get the tip on there. You're just going to be using the tip at this point. And you're just going to dab, like, you're just going to dab right down the center of the red part, like you did with the lip stain. And I know this seems like a lot, but trust me, it works really, really greatly. See how it's really starting to look like a real cut? I thoroughly enjoy this. I think it looks awesome. It looks real, like, I am proud of myself. And if you really wanted it to look like it's actually real, you shouldn't draw like an exact straight line. You should really make it look faded. Like, really just rub it all together like this. Kind of just smudge it all together. And lastly, or not lastly, but semi-lastly, we are going to take more lip stain. We're just going to go through it one more time. And you don't want to drag it or else that will happen. If you can see what just happened, I just smudged it all off. You really want to stick with that dabbing, because if you use wet, if something's wet and you rub it, you know what I'm talking about. You know what happens. And if you don't, Google it. Because let's face it, Google is the answer to everything. And now, I want to take my red and just add a little bit more blood. Now you're just going to take a little bit more red and just dab around the entire cut. Really make it look kind of rugged. And there you go. Now you have yourself a nice fresh cut. And voila. Make sure you click that like, subscribe, comment, and whatever else there is to do. If they come out with something new, do it. 'Cause for cut's sake, do it. Yay!